Okay, you got to see the slather system with the stairs, which was under 2 pounds. This is the actual tree stand. And this is pretty amazing. Now, it's expensive too. It comes with everything you need, other than if you want a softer seat, you got to buy it extra. If you want a headrest, you got to buy it extra. You want to put a couple kind of saddle packs on it to put ropes in or whatever, you buy it extra. If you want to carry your deer out, you buy the straps and it's extra. By the time you're all said and done, I'll put a thing up of what I paid, and it was around $600. Now they do sell a backpack and a few other things, but I didn't need all that. Now it does come with all the ropes and everything you need, you know, like you can see here. But it runs prusik knots. I've never liked them, so I've changed all the carabiners out. I've added what's referred to as a rope one, as you can see there. Now this is really kind of cool because when you pull, you see how that lets the rope go out? Or if you pull this, let me get that up there, it lets the rope go down basically. So it allows you to go up and down. I use that for the rope that goes around my waist and out. And I think they're about 50 bucks. I have two of them. And they're called Ropeman ones. I'll link to them on Amazon. And they go quick, especially around this time of year, is what happens. Now this gadget here, okay, you put a carabiner on it and you run your rope through. And it's got a lever here. See that? This allows me to rappel down the tree. So when I scurry up the tree with the ladder, the rope ladder, I don't have to come back down. I mean, probably a few people watching that video and probably thought, oh boy, that would be fun coming down, especially in the dark. I don't do that. I rappel down. So this connects to 11 millimeter rope. I've got 100 feet of it on order. It's like $100. You can do 8. People have done 8 millimeter, but it does recommend 11. So I'm going with that. Now I don't need 100 feet of it, but that's how it came. So I'm going to cut it in half and use 50 feet of it. And that way I can rappel down. Now when I go up the tree, I'm not going to go any more than 25 feet. But, you know, the extra rope, who knows what you're going to run into, right? Now these Mad Rocks, when I bought this, it was around, and I bought this before COVID. So I think I paid like 70 bucks, 60 bucks, where now they're like 150 or something. Like everything, it goes up. But these are awesome, by the way. It's really cool to rappel down. So how does this work? What brought my attention to this was it's a seat, is what it is, and that's what brought my attention to it. Okay, it's got metal buckles to it that wrap around your legs, so that's kind of nice. Now this is a backpack. Okay, and I'll try and show you this the best I can. Now this is a backpack. It's got a complete plastic frame in it. Okay, is what that has, and you can see the straps there. So you're going to wear this in. So this is your backpack, your tree stand, and it'll even let you carry out deer if you debone it. Now, it kind of hooks on the back, and then you lift up, and then it comes down. And you'll see this metal thing right here is what it hooks to. You can do all this while you're wearing it, all right? Is what you can do. Now what happens is it's going to drop, flips right over, is what it does. And it comes with everything. Now, I bought my own carabiners. because I like the carabiners that are one-handed. You just spin. Like I said, I bought the seat separate so I'm nice and comfortable. The straps, once you're up in the tree, you put them over the top, and it even has a headrest. Now go figure that out. But like I said, the basic tree stands around $450, something like that. And then you buy the seat, the headrest, and a few other things separate. And you'll be into about 600, 650 bucks. Pretty easy, pretty quick. I didn't buy their backpacks because I didn't really need them. Now, the biggest thing on this is this thing here. You turn this, and this is in between your legs, and then this extends. You see that? Now that is going to go into the tree. So you don't need any knee pads. All right? You decide how far you want to be from inside the tree. So literally I'm going to use a rope one to hold me in place, which was that metal gadget you see. This thing here. Okay, again, I'll have a link in the bottom. It'll go to Amazon. They're around 50 bucks. Up 10, down 10, whatever you find. And like I said about my carabiners, I like to have a carabiner that I just move with my thumb. So it's all one-handed. And I have another one coming in, but I'm short one. This one spins. So it looks really comfortable, right? And I put some video on the side for you to see. I'll even have a link to that guy's channel so you can go check him out. And I picked his channel on purpose. I hope he doesn't get mad at me. Because it actually shows him being a little heavy and using it. I think this thing's good for 300, 350 pounds. Now, 50% of the U.S. is obese, in case you didn't know. So, and I would even consider myself to be obese. I weigh around 220, 5'10", 5'11". I'm 60 years old. It's just a pain in the ass trying to lose weight when you get older. And I don't, eat anything. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I eat a lot of fruit, a lot of steak, stuff like that. I don't even eat chips or anything. It's just ridiculous. Inside my backpack are my things that wrap around the tree. Where's my backpack? The camel one. Yeah, bring it in here. Now, this backpack, which I've had it for years. I've never ever used it. I got looking at it and I said, that's going to be perfect. So this will actually sandwich in between that, this will sandwich between the tree stand. So the tree stand carries this too. Now, it has straps to hold my water bottles in. I mean, actually, I'll make another video what I've got in here and what I take when I'm actually going hunting. But what I did was I cut the straps off. I cut a couple things off. Yeah, I cut the straps off. I cut the belt off. I was trying to remove weight everywhere I can. This weighs about 12 pounds, I think. And the actual tree stand that you sit in weighs, I think, 13. So I'm into about 20, 25 pounds. Now, there's one other thing I've got here. And I bought this because, well, I went cheap. I'll probably upgrade this later. Here's what I did just to try it. Now this is made, I forget by who, I'll link in the bottom. But basically they're tree steps that go around the tree. So you're going to put that against the tree, and then they got, I'm not sure if I'm going to use this, they got a ratchet system, which will make way too much noise. I might rig something different. But basically, it's 3 steps that go around the tree that allow you to step on. So, and you notice they're pointing up because when you mount them, they're going to move, right? So I'm going to have 2 steps on the tree like this, where I can basically rest my feet when I'm sitting in the tree stand. And then I've got a third I could put on the back end of the tree, so that way when that metal thing I showed you is pointing into the tree, that I can actually go around the tree and shoot. And that's the whole idea of this system. This weighs, I don't know, maybe a pound or something. This is pretty light too. So, and this was a cheaper one I went through. I think this was 50 bucks. There was another set I was looking at, all aluminum. It was beautiful. And one day, maybe next year I'll buy it, but it was a lot more money. I was into like 170, but it was a lot prettier. But we'll just do, sure it will. This will work, just fine. And it gives me something to step on when I'm actually in the tree. So you think about it, okay? For 25 pounds, which is actually pretty light. Now you can get lighter. I mean, I could have went with a tree saddle. I could have had everything down, and I probably could have got it all down to probably 12 pounds. But there's a problem. With this setup, I got comfort. I mean, as you can see from the video playing there beside me, that I've got a lot of comfort, and you can relax. You can probably go to sleep when you're up there. You don't need knee pads. What really was impressive was that it's a complete knapsack. And it allows me to pack out my meat. So I can debone it. I can put it on a pack, and you buy the strap separate. But it allows me to pack it out. I've got one other thing. Well, like I said, I'll do a review on that backpack and what I got on it, in it, and give you an idea what I carry. But that's pretty much my complete system. Now I got 2 pouches coming in, and I got the straps coming in yet. They'll be in 5 days. Like I said in my last video, it's kind of like you got to order things in pieces when they come in because everybody's buying stuff for hunting season right now. But the whole gist of this system is I got the rope ladder, which is 2 pounds tops. Then I've got the steps you step on to go around. And then, of course, the pack hooks up. Boom. When it comes time to get out of the tree, run a 50-foot rope, drop it, hook it on the tree at the top, use my Mad Rock, rappel down, and now I'm out of the tree and gone. It's a lot safer than climbing down that rickety ladder, especially if you're coming out at night. And this is a pretty light system, and because it's Tennessee, I got 2 big water bottles on each side. I will throw my purifier in there. That will up the weight a little bit, but sometimes you can't help some weight when you're going where you're going. Now, I do have another thing coming in. I'll show you that when it comes in. And it was around 60 bucks with the strap and the hangers. But it allows me to take this and hook it here. And literally when you're up at a tree, pull it up and down, get what I need. I've even got something really cool here where I can make tea when I'm up in the tree. I'll show you that when I do that video. But I'm slowly getting what I need and everything I'm going to be at. If I can climb that ladder and use it, then everything's perfect. Because I can literally sit in this thing, relax, have my bow hanging on a tree, kicking back. I can get between me and the deer with the tree, hiding. And it's just super comfortable. When I look at people in those saddles, I see their hips getting pinched. I see them maybe standing there for 2 or 3 hours, then they're coming down. And that's fine if you're going to go for a morning hunt or a night hunt. but it's not very comfortable. Now, I do have 2 tree stands I bought, and they're not bad. When you sit on them, you got your back up against a tree and you're kind of straight up and down. Most of the time, you end up standing in it or you're fidgeting. Um, I got a feeling this system here where you're sitting, and you're just kicking back with your head laying on the headrest. And I think that headrest is very important. So if you do buy this, go buy that. And I think you could go to sleep in that tree stand. I really do. And I don't think there's anything more comfortable out there for the weight. You know, the weight savings alone is 12, 13 pounds, and you got all this extra comfort. And you don't need knee pads, and you don't have to be, comfortable. Only takes a couple, steel steps to stand on and relax. I mean, beautiful. Beautiful. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I will do probably tomorrow. Well, I don't know. But I will do what's inside my pack, what I take in, and when I'm hunting. You might find that interesting. So I'll have a link to the gentleman's that did the review on the seat, so you can go watch the whole video if you want. And I think he did a great job. And I'll have a link to this company. No affiliate links, unless it's Amazon. But there's really no affiliate links compared to a lot of this stuff if you want to check it out. And when you switch, when you go from a tree stand, you say, okay, I'm going to switch to this system. We're into this again. It's a whole brand new setup. A lot of this stuff, like I have a harness that goes on me when I'm in my tree stand. I don't even use with this anymore. So that harness I paid $100 for, unless I use one of my other tree stands, I'm not even using. Because this particular tree stand you sit in is your harness. Everything's built in. I mean, the guy who put this together, he's a genius. I mean, he really put a lot of work into this. And when I seen older videos, because there's videos out there over 5 years old, they had a version 1, version 2, and he kept updating it. There's only one thing I would change on this thing. I don't like the strap it goes around. I wish it had a beefier strap, because then it would really carry the weight really well. I just don't like those thin straps. I looked at it. I was trying to figure out if I could substitute it for something else. I think I can, but I haven't gone nuts really looking deep into it. Because I really like a big beefy waist strap, especially on my backpack or whatever I'm wearing. So this is a quite interesting system. You can see with the steps I tried to keep the weight down, but you can see with other things I'm not keeping the weight down when it came to comfort. I really want to enjoy myself. If you're not enjoying yourself, you're not going to stay in that tree. And that's just the way it is. So I want to be able to basically do an all-day sit. When I climb up there at 5 o'clock in the morning, I want to sit down and relax. You got to sit up there sometimes an hour before that sun comes up, relaxing. And then when the sun starts coming up, you're like, oh, finally, okay, we're ready to go. We can hunt, an hour after daylight. And now you're up there all day. I have seen deer at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, walking ever so slowly, because somebody will spook a deer and it will come into your area. So it is kind of nice to be sitting there relaxing and checking things out. It's quite the system. Catch you guys on the next one.